Emakhosini bantwana bethonga. So today we're going to be speaking about how does Isithunywa communicate, because communication, especially mawumntana wesithunywa, it's very important. And a lot of you actually isithunywa siyakhuluma, but you're not actually paying attention ukuthi isithunywa sakho sikhuluma kanjani. So today we're gonna be speaking purely about how does isithunywa communicate, right? So there is levels, there is where first you have to pass, but it does not necessarily mean that if you've passed that stage then all of you will be the same. Others, that's how they will forever be communicating with their students. Others, there's a different way that they will have to grow into. Okay. Others, they communicate with isithunywa sabo through feelings, right? You meet somebody for the first time, you just feel sorry for them. You just feel sorry for them. You don't know why. This person hasn't said a word to you. This person has not greeted you. They haven't said nothing, but you feel sad. You walk in an environment. Have you ever felt, just to make an example, have you ever felt walking in a room whereby abantu, they just exchanged words like bebalwa? By just walking, you feel, because now feelings and everything are energy. So when you walk in that energy, you pick it up. That's how isithunywa will communicate with you. And now with that feeling, it's your duty to act upon it, right? You can either in your heart ask, okay, silently, why am I feeling sad for this person, and while you're saying that, they just burst in tears. Or probably you just ask them, alright, you don't have to say, no, sisi, I feel sad, I think I'm feeling for you. Because now, already you're putting them on a defensive mechanism. Your job is not to interfere, ambulance abantu, right? So they'll just burst in tears, and then you will see, then they'll start talking, right? Sometimes you walk in a room and it's so super hot, but when all of a sudden you just feel cold. You walk in a room, it's super cold, it's super windy, but when all of a sudden you feel so hot. You're picking up energy, you're picking up feelings, you keep picking up how people are feeling and how they are doing, right? So, isithunywa also communicates with your heart. It's feelings and your heart. Yabo. Inhliziyo yakho ivele iphampe fast. Uzogugugugugu. Shawa uvalo. Mawushawa uvalo, and you ask, but why ngishawa uvalo? Kanti mawuthi ubuka amehlo kunomuntu ophethe ukhipha isibhamu, uthi udubula omunye umuntu, and while you watching, or ushaya uvalo. That's what's happened to me. Ngisejoburg ngashawa uvalo, then as I lift my eyes to say what's going on, I see this guy, because bis jump strat, and I'm like, why ngishawa uvalo? Because the robot is closed, is PTP. So now I'm saying I see this guy right while we're walking, pickpocket at this other guy. And this guy did not see anything. He continued. Then I was like, that's why being shawa uvalo, that's why I always say that isithunywa works as a guardian angel in your life. So as somebody who has a guardian angel, your guardian angel must be able to communicate with you, must be able to speak to you, must be able to warn you, must be able to lead you. If you go into the right direction, it must warn you. If you about to have an opportunity approaching your life, then it must lead you to say, okay, just wake up, man, take a walk. Then you take a walk, poof, you meet someone and you start chatting, and this person is like, you know what, I've got this type of business, or yazi umsebenzi wami bafuna abantu. Then you're like, oh, I'm also needing a job. Sometimes that's how we have to, or Isithunywa communicates, right? But as umntana onesithunywa, it communicates on a deeper level. It's not just as somebody who has a gut feeling. It's your intuition. It's very, very high. You understand? Isithunywa communicates with smell. You understand? Randomly nje unuke uvele uthi hayi kunuka isidumbu, uzibuza ukuthi hayibo usazelaphi isidumbu wena, but you just say it ngomlomo wakho. Sometimes you realize now ukuthi hayibo ngisazelaphi isidumbu, but ngathi isidumbu la, yabo, bathi yini kunento efile ukuthi hayi man ngathi isidumbu somuntu lesi, yabo. Or unuke, like you sniff things, man, unuka izinto. You can smell fear from someone, you can smell happiness from someone, you can smell even when something bad is about to happen, or umphefumulo sozophuma enyameni, you are able to sniff it. Another way is Isithunywa that communicates, it's through your mind, right? There's that voice that normally you take for granted and you think it's just your thoughts. Kanti, it's your Isithunywa talking to you, right? Ubone, for a long time, you stare at something. That's why abantu abadala bathi stop thinking too much. You stare, but while staring, there's something playing, like there's something that you're thinking, but ucabangela phezu kwenye into. At that time, abantu abadala, they making you pay attention or listen to them. And the only way that you're gonna understand how Isithunywa sakho operates, it's whenever you get a message through, be it by feeling, through it by your thinking, be it by anything, then you act upon it, then Isithunywa sakho is able to grow. Understand? Then to some people, Isithunywa communicates through visions. Yabo, uthi uhleli umangala ukuthi when you are in deep thinking, but in that deep thinking you sing abantu bagijima, you sing ingane shona, like you see something, that's Isithunywa communicating with you. But most of the time when it gets to that point, it's because you've grown so much. You understand? It's that you've grown so much, you've mastered other things, and now it grows. Others forever till uzoshona when Isithunywa sakho mhlambe sizohlolwa ngama feelings. Omunye Isithunywa sakhe for aza shona siyohlola ngemicabango. That's why you must be able, if let's say uhlola ngemicabango, stop being somebody who thinks too much, who thinks bad things. Be somebody who prays, like you must pray, meditate, so that you are able to differentiate masocabanga. Okay, now is it me thinking or is it Isithunywa sami thinking? Others Isithunywa se communicator through voices, where you will hear a voice. Others Isithunywa se khuluma ngamaphupho. Others Isithunywa sikhuluma ngeweda. Others Isithunywa sikhuluma nge-nature, animals, your birds, your dogs. Others Isithunywa communicates with your stars, your moon, the water. You must first discover when yourself ukuthi Isithunywa sakho sikhuluma kanjani, then you follow it. The more you act upon it, trust me bantwana betongo, I don't want to lie to you, the more you act upon it, the more you will see results. The more you doubt yourself, the more Isithunywa sakho sivaleleleka, and the more Isithunywa sakho sikucindezela. And you will find it difficult ukuthi wena ukhule, because of now you are doubting yourself, you are doubting your gift, you are doubting the people that you're working with. You understand? Don't ever be doubtful. Trust me. Futhi, especially if you think about something out of nowhere, Isithunywa isikhulumayo. Bye.